The Salt Lake City Airport is smoke-free. Passengers wishing to smoke, please exit the airport and go to a designated smoking area. Please don't. Thank you.
Yeah, upstairs.
Yeah, I need medication.
That's
With the baggage representative for Frontier Airlines, please report to the baggage service office. I repeat, with the baggage representative for Frontier Airlines, please report to the baggage service office for customer service.
Passengers going to Puerto Vallarta. Flight 1948. Way to gate A13 for an on-time departure. Gate A13.
This is a gate change for passengers traveling to Oakland, flight number 2051. Your new gate is B7, Bravo 7 in the other terminal. Passengers traveling to Oakland, flight number 2051, please make your way to Bravo 7, B7 in the other terminal.
Sí.
My vacation. I'm trying to go right.
Station passengers, Ryan, Rouge, Leslie Villeros. Enter gate 813. This is your final boarding call. Puerto Vallarta, 1948. Station passengers, Ryan, Carl, Rouge, and Leslie Villeros. Enter gate 813. This is your final boarding.
So floor number one. Floor number zero.
Or enjoy our arts and entertainment. And if you have time today, know that we will be back soon. Your attention, please. Will the owner of the black bag left in level 2 terminal by bag at plane 6, please report back immediately to plane lost item.
Sorry.
Much better to get to the airport in one hour.